Hey guys, welcome to Python video series. In this video tutorial, we'll talk about classes and objects in Python and related concept. Yeah. So as you know that Python is an object-oriented programming language. Almost everything in Python is an object. Yeah. So what is class then? A class is like a blueprint for creating an object, right? So unless you do not have a class, you can't create an object, right? Now thing is that how to create a class. To understand this, let's go through the practical example. So here I am going to create a Python file. I would give the name as class and object underscore one. Yeah. Now here let's see how we can create a class. To create a class you have to use a keyword is called class. So simply you have to give the keyword class and then you can give the class name. Yeah. After that you have to give the colon sign, right? This is the starting point of class. And within this class you can have some properties. So here let's say I'm going to create a property name and just I'm going to initialize with let's say kk, and another property let's say age equals to let's say 28. Yeah. Now this is a very simple class what I have created, right? Now how to create an object of this class? So creating an object is really simple. So here what I'm going to, I have a class, means I have a template. Now I can create a class. I can create an object. So just you have to give the object name equal to employee, and that's it. This is my object of employee. Now once I get the object of employee, then I can read its properties. So here I'm going to print this two properties value. First is name and second is I can print both all together. So employee dot age, right? If I run this program, then I should get name and age to be printed. Yeah. So let me run this, and here you can see name and age. I can print it easily, right? But whatever class I have created over here, it is very simplest form. It is in simplest form and are not really useful in the real life application, right? To make it more realistic, you need to do something, right? So to understand the meaning of classes, we have to understand the built-in function is called init function, right? All classes have a function called init, which is always executed when object is being instantiated, right? We have to use a function is called init to assign values to the object properties and other operations that are necessary to do when object is being created, right? So I'm going to delete all this stuff, and to make this class more realistic, what I said, we have to define a function that is also called constructor, that is called underscore init, right? So that is init, basically function which takes self as an argument, right? Self is nothing but that this is the this is the instance of current class, right? Which is created by default. You don't need to create, right? And now after self would be the first parameter in the init, and after that you can pass all those properties. So I'm going to pass three properties: name, age, and let's say city. Of course you can pass many more properties, and in this function or constructor you have to initialize. So I would say sorry, not this, but self dot let's say name equal to name, right? In similar fashion I would say self dot age equals to age, and similarly self dot city equals to city. Yeah, sorry, there is typo, so let me correct it, right? So I have one constructor, and this constructor basically called automatically, right? You don't need to basically call it explicitly. So let me show you. So when I create an object, then this construct when I create an object of this class, then this method or constructor will be called automatically. You don't need to call it explicitly. Let me show you. So here I'm going to create an object of this class new. Sorry, not new. So I'm from Java background, so I always I have it to use new keyword while creating the object. But in Python, you don't need to use new. So I have created an object, and here I am passing three parameters. First is the name, so let's say KK, and age, let's say 28, and city, let's say Mumbai I'm passing, right? So I didn't call this self method explicitly, right? And here just to prove that this method getting called automatically, just I'm putting uh, object of employee is created, right? Just I would like to see whether this method gets called automatically or not, right? Okay, there is some indentation issue. So there is some error because of indentation. So let me do this. Yeah, error has gone. Now I'm not calling this method explicitly. Just I have created an object of employee, and if I try to run, then you'll find this message is coming as output. That means this init method is getting called automatically, and that's what this message is getting printed. So whenever you create an object of employee, then this constructor or function is getting called automatically. You don't need to call really, right? So here basically init method or init constructor is really very important, right? Now once you create an object of your employee class, then of course you can read its properties. So here I'm going to call a print method, and here I have a reference of object. So using this reference I can get its properties. So first of all I'm going to print the name, and then age, and then I will print a city as well, right? And if I run, then you'll see these three attributes will be printed, and here you can see three attributes got printed, right? So I hope you understood. Here the init function is called automatically every time the class is being used to create a new object, right? These things you have to keep in mind. Now let's talk about the object method, right? Objects can also contain methods, right? Or we can say that methods in objects are functions that belong to the object. Let us create a method in the employee class. So here so this is the constructor which gets called automatically, but apart from the constructor we can have some method inside this employee. So here I'm going to create a method. Okay, I can create a method, and once you create a method, then method you have to call explicitly. Okay, so here let me call a method. As you know, in Python method always start from def, and let me put some one space, and here I'm going to, let's say, my display function, and here I'm going to pass a self, right? And here I will say this function returns one value, right? And when I call this my display, then it will display the person information, right? And here what I'm going to do, I'm going to return one string. I will say hello and name. Here I'm going to put a placeholder which ultimately I will replace with the name of the person. Hello, you are placeholder for age, years old, and you belong to, and placeholder for city. And I'm going to call a format method. Format method belongs to the string class. So here first placeholder represents the name, second placeholder represents the age, and third placeholder represents city. So in same order we have to pass the value. And how we can retrieve the value? Using this self reference, which is nothing but the instance of current class. So here I will pass the name, and then self dot age, and then comma self dot ct. Yeah, now I have one function which basically when I call it, then this guy is going to return a string, uh, this long string, right? So here I'm going to call this guy my, so I'm going to call it from directly from print uh, function. So I'm going to call my, sorry, what is it called, my display, right? My display, I will call my display function, my display. And here of course I need to pass object reference, that I'm going to pass it over here. Okay, so now I'm going to call my display from print function. Let's see how it works. If I run it, then here you can see hello KK, you are 28 years old and you belong to Pune. So okay, I'm calling from here, so it is getting called and it returns this long string, and same is getting printed over here, right? So you can have a function, right? There you have a self, would be the first parameter, right? So here basically self parameter is a reference to the current instance of the class, and it is used to access the variable that belongs to the class. That you have to keep in mind, right? Here one thing you have to keep in mind, it does not have the named self. You can name it whatever you like, but it has to be the first parameter of any function in a class. That thing you have to keep in mind. It's not mean that always you have to give the self as the name. You can give the any name, but it has to be the first parameter in any function. Here in this function I have passed self, but apart from that you can have some more parameter as well. Let's say I have one parameter, let's say str. So while calling this function I have to pass one more reference. Let's say I'm passing here hello, so that easily I can grab and I can basically print over here, right? So it is returning and I can print this str, right? Let me show you. So here I'm passing one, but first parameter should be the self, right? This condition you have to keep in mind. Now if I run, then here you can see second parameter, which is str, I can easily print over here, right? But first parameter has to be self. That's thing you have to mind. Now now here what I said, this self name, it's not necessary always you have to give the self. Instead of self you can give any name. So what I'm going to, I'm just copying, I'm going to copy and I'm going to create one more class, and there I can show you, I can give the name other than others else, rather giving the self itself. So I will say object, class and object, right? Class and object underscore 2, and here I'm going to copy, and let's say I don't want to give the self, I want to give like obj. Then everywhere you have to give the obj. This should be the first parameter, but it's not necessary you have to give the name as self, right? First, now obj instead of self, which is equivalent to here obj, which is equivalent to self, which is the basically current instance of the class, right? Or existing instance of the current class. Now here also you can give the any name. Here let's say I would like to give you my obj, then wherever you had used self you have to give the my obj, and this should work perfectly fine. Let me show you. So here I have used, now my obj we would consider as equivalent to self only. If I run, then you'll get this will run perfectly fine, and here we get the output, right? Now let's go to the previous class here. Now we'll explore some more concept about classes and object. Now next thing we are going to explore how to modify object properties. You can modify properties of objects, but how we can do that? So here you can see this object, I can, in this object I can change any properties. Let's say I'm going to I'm curious to change age of the employee, right? Age of the employee will be printed as 28, but I can easily modify. What I do, employee dot age, and here I can assign the new value, let's say 30, right? And if I will print age, employee dot age, then it will print 30 instead of 28. Let me show you. So here you can see, sorry, let me run this class. Now here you can see age is getting printed as 30. Initially it was 28. So easily you can modify any property of your object, right? Now next thing we are going to explore how to delete object properties. You can delete properties on your object by using the del keyword, right? So let's say I am interested to delete a specific object properties, right? Then how we can do that? Let's say I would like to delete the age, right? So here after printing the age, I would like to delete it. So I will use del, and you have to give something like employee.age. Then age will be deleted, and afterwards, after deleting this age properties, if you try to print it, then it will throw an error. Let me show you. So here you can see it is throwing an error, right? So because saying that employee object has no attribute age. So that's how we can delete object properties, right, using del keyword. Let's say I would like to delete complete object, not the properties. So if you are interested to delete the only specific properties, easily you can do object dot del object dot property name. But if you are interested to delete the entire object, so of course we can use del keyword only. So I will say del, and I will say employee, right? Once you delete employee itself, and after that before deleting it, let me try to print employee. So here let's say I'm going to print, and I'm going to print this object, right? And before deleting, I'm going to I'm printing employee. If I run, then you'll see employee is getting printed something like this, right? What is main, what is this, we will discuss later. But anyway, employee is getting printed. But let's say once I delete employee, and if I try to print this object, then it will throw an error, because object which is already deleted, you can't access that one, right? So if I run, then here you can see this is throwing name error and saying that employee is not defined, because it is already deleted, right? So that's how you can delete any existing object. Now last thing, we will talk about the pass statement. Guys, one thing you have to keep in mind, class definition cannot be empty. But for some reason you have a class definition with no content, then you have to specify a pass statement. Let's try to understand through an example. Let's say I have a class. Of course you can define many classes in single file, and let's say person, right? And if I do not write any statement within this class, then you can see it is showing an error. If I run it, then it will throw an error. Here you can see there is error. So if you want to overcome this error, then simply you have to write the pass, and error will go away, right? Here you can see error has to go. I don't know why it is not going, but it has to. So if you have an empty class, then of course class, you have to do class, then class name, then colon. So if you do not give any statement, it will show you some error. So just you have to give the pass statement, right? And after that, if I run, then this file runs perfectly fine, right? So that's all I wanted to discuss in this video tutorial, guys.